everybody in the world. Hello, planet Earth. Welcome to Mindset Monday, our favorite weekly chat. I thank you for joining me for another week, another exciting start. Last week we talked about making last week your best week ever, best week of your life, best week ever. And I want to find out if you had success. Did you find success in making it the best week ever? And how did you do that? How did you keep it top of mind? Drop it in the chat. I'd love to hear about your experience being really conscious of what kind of reality you're creating for yourself. Because this is like the bigger conversation at hand is, a lot of times I talk about 360 method. I talk about keeping your thoughts on track. I talk about, controlling your mindset, focusing on who you're being and what you're saying and how you're thinking and how you're behaving. We talk about, not allowing yourself to just fall into the traps of who you've been or what's easy or, just letting yourself spiral or stress out because it's easier to. And when you're choosing to think in a way that benefits you 24/7, you're making it your reality. You're making it your lifestyle, like 360, like I was just talking about. You have the opportunity to create a way of thinking and a way of being, a way of existing that allows you to become a magnet to joy, happiness, fulfillment, all of the things that you're looking for, all of the manifestations falling into place. And for me, when I have had the greatest success at feeling better, changing my life, seeing lots of success come through, lots of manifestations come through, it happens the most when I am completely immersed in my 360 method, when I am really on top of my thinking, I am choosing my thoughts, I'm watching my mindset, awareness and discipline, right? That's the cornerstones of the 360 method. You're watching who you're becoming and who you're being in every moment. You're watching who you're being in every moment because that's who you're becoming. And the way of being, the way of living, who you are, how you be, what you do, how you operate becomes, I only allow myself to think these certain thoughts. I only allow myself to move in these certain ways. And when I catch myself thinking fearfully, doubting, stressing out, having a spiral of negative thoughts, I saw you guys earlier in the chat, we're talking about negative thought spirals. Those things you become almost a master of, right? With 360 method, you become a master of the thought spiral. You become a master of dropping negative thinking. You become a master of watching yourself and avoiding affirming the current reality. And sometimes it's easier than others, right? I don't want to affirm that it's hard, or I know that gaining control of all of your thoughts is a big task, right? Like I wrote the fucking book on it. Like literally 360method.co. I wrote the fucking book on controlling your thoughts in a way that becomes a lifestyle, a habitual action, so that you can become a manifestation master, so that you can manifest your ideal reality on autopilot, so you can be a walking magnet to what you want. And creating a lifestyle around keeping your thoughts focused, staying on track, trusting yourself, believing in the process, believing that you're going to be able to create it for yourself. That's a big one. And then actually moving like you said, moving like the person that has the reality you just said. If you want to fall in love with your life and your partner and have the career of your dreams. You want to travel the world. You want the best friends. You want to laugh till you cry with the people you love. You want good day after good day after good day. You want things to line up for you. You want best case scenario wherever you go. This can happen and you can absolutely do it. And it doesn't even really take a long time, but it takes an intention, it takes a decision, it takes a commitment to the lifestyle of somebody that's like, I refuse to let myself think and act like my old self. Whether that version, whether that reality is like super terrible, like you can't stand where you're at right now, or that reality is like your current reality is not that bad. Maybe your current reality is like fucking great. And so getting to your next level requires a refinement that you maybe haven't understood yet or been able to tap into yet because you're already on top of your mindset. You're already meditating, you're already tapped in, you already believe. And now you want to go to that next level. You want to manifest that next thing. You've got stuff on your list that's, maybe been in a chamber for a while and you want to see it come through. Carly says, I did have the best week. Yes, I love it. I'm glad because that was our homework last week to have the best week ever. Carly, I'd love to hear how you had the best week. What was it like? So being able to locate what is preventing you from going forward, being able to see what you're doing and recognize the block, the limiting belief, the action that is what's the word I want to use, detrimental or sabotaging your progress. Being able to look at that is one skill. That's one thing that we do in 360s. We work on becoming hyper aware, right? We become hyper aware of what we're thinking, who we're being, what we're acting like, what we're believing in. Are you moving like your next leap is like on the horizon? Are you moving like somebody that is like already in motion into your next reality? Or are you moving and acting like somebody who wants it to happen, who wishes it would happen, who's hoping to create it? How are you actually being in the day-to-day moments? The 3:06 p.m. on January 15th, random time, random day. There's quote unquote maybe nothing special about this moment unless it's your birthday or your anniversary or something. But overall, right, it's just another moment of the day. But this moment and every other moment also has the power to skyrocket you into your next reality, to bring in the manifestation you're working on, to bring you the clients, the love, the attention, the joy, whatever it is that you're manifesting. It has the power to be that catalyst, to be that spark, to be that domino that falls over and makes everything fall into place. And beyond that, you have the power to make every moment that, right? Like, what if you could make every single moment of your life, of your waking life, the catalyst for something amazing, the catalyst for one of your manifestations? DJ says, this is so what I needed today. Yay, you're in the right place. That is alignment. Tiffany says last week, thank you for the super chat. Tiffany says last week was week 1 of my intuition workshop. It was a success. I'm so happy. Never thought this would be part of my story. Thank you for your support. Absolutely, Tiffany. And like, honestly, I've seen you grow so much over the last few years. I've seen you step into this version. You went from somebody who was like almost shut off to the idea of how powerful you actually are. And now you've been able to turn that into your true natural gifts. Hi, Gabriella. Gabriella just joined 360. You've been able to turn your natural gifts into your like a purpose, right? Like it's opened up a whole new world for you. You started your own business. So I'm just excited and happy for you and excited and so glad that we've been on this journey together. And I've been able to, watch you and coach you and guide you and hold that vision for you. And really, that's kind of what I want for everybody. I know everybody here has something that they want to do so bad on this planet. Why don't you drop that in the chat? We call it the big, beautiful dream around these parts. What is that? Like, what does it look like when you get it all? What does it look like when you get everything you've ever wanted? What does it look like when everything falls into place? What does it look like when you have the most joy and happiness in your life? Literally put it in the chat. Like, let's call it out. What is that? Like, what is the most beautiful, amazing life that you can imagine? What is it that you want more than anything? What does it look like? Let us like cast this vision together while we're here and set these intentions to bring them about, right? And then in the meantime, like I was saying, when it's 3:09, are you still in the mindset of the person that's getting that reality, or have you already slipped back into your old way of thinking? Do you already have you already forgotten that you decided that actually it is all working out? This is my year. I am that person. I do have that thing. I do have it all. I have the relationship. I have the self-love. I have the confidence. I got the body. I got the looks. I got the car. 1111. Ah, that was fun. I got the car. I got the house. I got the career. I got it all. Do you feel that? Are you doing that moment for moment? Are you believing in that, trusting in it? Are you moving from lily pad to lily pad in that reality? Or have you slipped back into just the natural observation of your world? This is what you're up against, okay? This is what you're up against. Every moment of every day, your dream is, I don't want to say it's in opposition to, but it's up against. The challenge is it's in competition with your observations of the world around you. That is why some manifestations can take so fucking long and some of them can happen right away, because the ones that you don't have keen awareness of, that you aren't like watching the clock looking around like, where is my manifestation? You said it could happen in 48 hours, Roxy. You said it could happen fast. There's people that are doing it overnight. Where is mine? That's what keeps it away, right? Because it's a constant awareness. It's your, just again, it's the constant observation of what you actually have, your truth, what you believe is actually going on around you. That's what manifests. So you have to, again, your dream life. Let's read some of these. Tam, world-renowned author, filmmaker, screenwriter, absolutely. Mimi, tattoo artist, country singer, amusement park, small business owner, yes, absolutely. DJ, my business taking off. My baby, completely healthy in every way. Married to a happy, healthy, whole person, creating happy, healthy, whole family for you and your children. Absolutely confident, completely healthy mind, body, and spirit. I love it. Sarah, I'm just going to take a screenshot. It says slipped out, but hopping back on board. I can read. Hopping back on board. Looking forward to 360. Yes, me too. 360 is coming back. Abaja, gospel singer, actress, voice actress, and dream coach. I love it. Oh my God. And the sparkle emojis, of course. Love this. You are the ability, says retire my mom. I love it. What else? Because that could happen immediately. That could happen so fast. What else? Shantae says, I'm on fire right now. I just finished doing some recording for my channel. Oh my God, I have goosebumps, Shantae. Creating art and talking about the universe puts me in such a state of joy. Following through, doing it bi-monthly as scheduled. Yes, I love it. Hold on, I got to take, this is a Big Beautiful Dreams testimonial. Just going to go ahead and screenshot. Rosanna. Okay, Abaja, no, let me check the super chat. Abaja, thank you so much for the super chat. Says, I challenged myself to stop crying and just thank God for what I couldn't see yet, because I felt my prayers were answered, and now I'm in my new home. Oh my God. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. So like amazing. Congratulations. I freaking love the energy. I love seeing you get the things, right? Like that's why I do this. It's what I do is I help you get the things. I help you get your mind on board so that you can get the house, start the business, bring in the clients, marry the person, build the family. Like whatever those things are, that's what I'm here to help you with. Bonjour says being a multimillionaire, making money from art. Miss Lady Blaine says having a successful, loyal, loving marriage. Who's the best choice for your son and me? Already happening. Or I can already see it happening, actually. Mindful Art with Jody says have a creative space, structure, hold workshops for creativity and mindfulness. Jody and Shantae, you guys have a similar passion. Maybe you should connect. Jody's over on Instagram. Shantae's on YouTube. I don't know if one of you guys wants to pop over, but mindfulness _art _ Jody and Shantae. Anyways, I'm starting to work towards this and have super clear goals to accomplish it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So, okay, we just named off those goals. We just named off these dreams. Here's the deal, right? Here's the little truth bomb that we have to say. That possibility is absolutely, I mean, it's just one of the million, billion, cajillions that we can't even count number of realities that are available to you right this very second. But the issue is that that reality has to compete in every single moment of every day with your awareness of what's going on around you. Your not even awareness, your observation. And think about what observation is. This is like your five senses, right? It's what you hear, it's what you see, it's what you smell, it's what you taste, it's what you think, it's what you feel physically and intuitively. That constant awareness of what's going on around you, of what your life is, of literally the four walls around you is what keeps it in place. So, in order for you to move into that next reality, there has to be a tipping point between the thoughts that are observing this and the thoughts are saying, actually, it's this. Actually, my reality is this, right? And like the way that I look at it from my approach, there's only so many hours in a day. There's only so many thoughts you can think because you can only really think one thought at a time, you know? So, and you can only say one sentence at a time. You can only say one word at a time. So, if that's the case, then there is a finite number of thoughts that you can think in one single day. And if there's a finite number, that means that there's a middle point. And if there is a middle point, that means that there is a 51% just tipping point, right? And if there is a tipping point, that means that if you can get the majority of your thoughts that are creating your reality every single day to be in alignment with, a reflection of, to match up to be of, however you want to think about it, your ideal reality, then now you are working 51% in the right direction versus probably 90% staying here. So this is why 360 method is a lifestyle. This is why when we teach it, when we go through the process, it is teaching you how to control every thought. Because every thought is creating. Hi, Hope. I see you. I appreciate your kind words. Hi, Jerry. Says, check out our new Instagram, BPM Business. Yay, we started our new business. Proud of you guys. 360 Method fam over here. Let me just take a little screenshot. Proud of you guys. Mimi says, I eat, sleep, and dream about being a tattoo artist, country singer, amusement park, small business owner. I love it. So, Mimi, are you not just dreaming, but are you taking action? Are you taking steps, right? So in the 360 method, what we're doing is we're thought wrangling. We're wrangling the thoughts. We're looking at all of the thoughts that you're thinking all day, every day, because I don't want to say unfortunately, fortunately, because this is actually a fucking huge gift, right? Fortunately, every thought you think all day long creates your reality. That's a great thing because here, I want you to think of a golden apple. I have a tattoo of a golden apple. Think of a golden, not my tattoo. Or yeah, close your eyes and think of a golden apple. I'm not saying see it. I don't want to hear if you can't visualize. This is not the conversation. Close your eyes and think of a fucking golden apple, right? Like you can, this is why I want you to do that. I want to show you how easy it is for you to control your thinking. It's that fucking easy. Like say the word bounce out loud right now. Bounce. You just controlled your thinking. It's that fucking easy. Where it gets hard is in the moments when you're checked out. Where it gets hard is when like you're super, super on top of it. And then like you walk through a doorway and you forget everything instantly and you're back to observing your current reality. This is why I'm always harping on 360 method. This is why I use 360 method to this day. If you've been through 360 method or if 360 method has helped you or changed your life, I invite you to drop a little nugget of like what 360 helped you do in the chat. Just sharing with your fellow manifestors. If 360 method has helped you, I'd love to hear about it. If you can't tell, we're getting ready to open it back up. So we're gearing up for the next round. We're starting March 25th. March 25th. And I'm going to getting ready to open it up for everybody. So I'm just letting you know that it's on its way. And kind of like letting you know, dropping some knowledge on what's possible. 360 method based on, so 360 method, it's my signature method of manifesting. It is how I learned to control my thoughts. For one, I have ADHD and I didn't know this at the time. I wasn't diagnosed yet. I had no clue that I had ADHD at all. It never crossed my mind radar one time in my entire life. I never knew. And so all I knew was that my thoughts were creating my reality at all moments and they were all over the fucking place. And I realized that if I wanted to get to my ideal reality fast, which was actually starting my business and doing Roxy Talks full time, if quitting my job, if I wanted to do that, I would have to get at least 51% of my thoughts during the day to go in that direction, like I was talking about earlier. Because, like I said, I realized I'm a very logical thinking person, okay? Which is also something that we, like, I'm rational. Maybe I'm not logical, I'm rational. So in my mind, 24 hours, I'm awake like 18. That means that like 9 hours and 1 minute must be in the alignment with or of from match up to the reality I want to be in order for me to move forward every day. And if I wasn't able to create that kind of momentous shift forward, then I would stay. So my job, I became like obsessed with, of course, ADHD. I hyper focused on controlling my thoughts, controlling my thoughts, controlling my thoughts, controlling my thoughts, controlling my thoughts. And what I did is I ended up, in my mind, I felt like I cracked the system on reality creating in a certain in this way. If you can reprogram yourself, basically brainwash yourself into thinking what you want to think instead of what you're currently observing, you move the needle every day, every day, every day, and you move fast, right? Sorry, I can't snap. I got all these rings on. Shifting mind says, what is the cost of the 360 method? The 360 method generally is $2,222, but we're about to go into pre-sale. So you're on my stories, or excuse me, you're on my Instagram. You can, I'm going to drop pre-sale there as well. Also, if you're on my special interest list, I am, there's a special early bird sign up actually happening today. How can we make this easy on Instagram for people to grab that? Leanne, do you mind please dropping the sign up list for the early bird, the 360 special interest? Can you please drop that link in the chat for to sign up for the, it could be the 360 wait list. And I'm going to copy it from YouTube over to Instagram and then screenshot. I'm trying to think of the easiest way to get it to. And so, yeah, so it's 222 to 2,222 when it's at full price. But I do generally have a sliding, what do you call it, investment over the course of the launch period because we usually have like a way that we do it. And I mean, I don't know if I was just thinking today, like I was in the shower, I'm like, I could do it differently this year. Anyways, but I will offer in incremental prices to kind of just reward fast action takers. So right now it is in the early bird just till tonight. So I'm going to send out another email to that list when I get off of here. So if anybody wants to grab early bird, we're going to get that link here in a moment and I'll share it. Okay. Thank you, Leanne. So 360, the idea is if I'm thinking all day long, I'm creating my reality all day long, then I need to be able to tell my reality what to do. And in order to do that, I have to be aware enough to realize what I'm thinking in any given moment, and then have the discipline to switch that thought to the one I need it to be right in that moment as soon as I notice it. That's why I always say the cornerstones of 360 is awareness and discipline. AYB says, I'm trying to be where you be. Listen, are you talking about romantically? I'm married and that's it. So we don't need to have this conversation every week. Hi, Mohammed. I haven't forgotten. I just saw you in the chat. I got a lot of people talking over here. So Elizabeth, welcome. Hi, Sandy. Thank you for joining. Rosanna says, be the next Mel Robbins, and my community have a huge platform that everyone is absolutely obsessed with. I love that. I love that vision for you. So Shantae says, first 360 helped me improve my physical health. I created some friends by describing what I wanted. I came to understand how I was feeling, how I was relating to money. Now I describe my overall life in successful light. I love it. I also created friends and a friend group with 360 method. Hi, Sarah. We're just talking about 360. How are you? Good to see you. Hi, Gloria. So, um, mindfulness. Send me a DM and I'll connect you. Shantae, is it cool if I connect you and the person that is interested in the same thing you're doing? Dina. You're so funny, Dina. Okay, how do I copy this comment though? Because it's truncated. Can I do this first? Okay. I just have to click it. That's the only way I can do it. Okay. So, if you're interested in getting 360 at the early bird price, it's only available till 9 p.m. tonight, PST, so like 5.5 more hours. The link is now in the YouTube chat. I'm also going to post it on Instagram. So if you're interested, just screenshot that and then enter your email at that list, that thingy. And I'll send you the oh my gosh, brain folky. I will send you the link for the early bird. See, there we go. See what happened. Sometimes she pops up. Anyways, but back to 360. Hi, Rebecca. Oh, Rebecca's talking about 360. Rebecca, 360 helped me improve my daily mind chatter to be positive instead of negative because of focused awareness. I flipped until it became instinctual to catch myself from going too far down the spiral. Thank you, Rebecca. That is exactly what we're talking about. So 360, it's really there to help you, again, like I said, in those moments where you kind of check out. You know, when you're spiraling, you're gone, right? Like you're like 20 miles down the road of what if the worst thing happened. And then all of a sudden you realize, oh my God, I've just been spiraling for 20 minutes. I've been keeping myself locked into a reality where I obviously don't like what's going on. And no, thanks. I need to get off of that. Tom, you said you joined. Did you join? Never mind. Sorry. Welcome, Tom. Hello. um, TT says, doing my best to speak positively in life, even dealing with tough situations right now. And that's another thing that's like so powerful when you have a lifestyle of controlling your thinking, making yourself think a certain way despite what's going on around you. That's the real power of this kind of practice, of this kind of awareness, is like, even during those dark times, even during those dark days, hi Kalani babe, you are still in control and you're allowed to feel, you are allowed to react. You are a human being, but it's there to catch you when you do react. It's there to grab you when you start to spiral, when you start to think negatively, and pull you back so you don't go 20 miles down the road, get all the way down fucking, oh my God, I hope this doesn't happen lane, and then have to walk your happy ass all the way back to the main road, right? So this concept is really about staying focused and staying in the mindset of where you want to go. Sarah Bell says, is it what you're radiating? Are you asking me? Because yes, it is. Or is that a rhetorical question for the chat? Kalani says, that happened to me last night. That's amazing. I would love to hear about how you took control, what happened. Eva says, live in the lap of luxury, help awaken the sleeping goddesses to who they really are, and have lots and lots of fun. I love it. And it's like, that's what I meant. We all have such a high purpose. We all come here for a specific reason. You are literal God, and you came to earth for a reason. You chose to come here. You chose to come here to explore the themes that you find yourself butting up against with. You came here to experience being a human being and to feel singularity, to hear one thing at a time, to think one thing, to taste one thing, to have these moments of just savoring what is in the now. Because where God comes from, where God is, where God exists, it's everything all, that movie, Everything All at Once, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Imagine all sounds, imagine all frequencies, imagine all concepts that exist ever anywhere, all in one, sandwiched in one place. Imagine what that would be like to hear it. You come to Earth because you get to hear one bird chirp. You get to share one smile with a friend. You get to eat a hamburger, right? It's one thing at a time. You're here to experience Earth. That's why you came. And then you also endowed yourself with gifts, desires, drives, passions. And these are the things that you're meant to pursue. That's why you're interested in them. That's why you're skilled in them. You wouldn't be interested and skilled if you weren't meant to do it. So understand that reality that you want so much, it's a few things want to come out. It's a couple thoughts away. It's here. It's here now. And you're meant to live it. The life you desire so bad, you're meant to live it. That's why you want it so bad. Because desire, I'm thinking of that, like that word desire, like comes from of the Christ, right? Of God. Not of the Christ, but you get what I'm saying, right? Of God, right? Desire. It is your God-given urge to go after the thing that you want more than anything. So that, like, why would God give itself the nudge to go after something if it wasn't able to achieve it? If it was able to do everything? Yesenia, that's totally possible and beyond that. It's like that is done in an instant. Changing a friends with benefits situation to a relationship happens in 1 second. It happens in one quick conversation, one time. It does not take long. These things are already in existence. This is already meant for you. That person's already for you. But you have to make the decision, and then you have to be that person. And if you stay that person by thinking that person's thoughts, choosing to think that person's thoughts versus letting yourself continue to think this person's thoughts, okay? Here's the difference between that person. You right now wants to change a situation. The you that's already in that relationship is already in the relationship. They don't want to change anything. They're basking in the glow of it. That is the difference. So you must bask in the glow of your desired reality. And it's going to be confronted every moment of every day. As long as your eyes are open, you're going to be confronted with the quote unquote truth of your reality. And you're going to have to choose to bask in the glow of what you can't physically see yet. Hi, Carly. Oh, we have another Carly in the chat. I love it when we have multiples. Multiples in the room. Rebecca, yay, I love you, says, my mind is such a happier, peaceful, genuinely expecting positively now. Thank you, Roxy. You're definitely part of that. I so appreciate you. And obviously you did that work. But yay, I'm glad I was a part of it. Miss Lady Blaine says, just gave me goosebumps. I love it. I love it. It is like anything is possible. I am not somebody that like doesn't believe you can't have your thing. I honestly think your dreams are too small. Like when you guys tell me stuff, I'm like, yeah, what else? Like that, and that's it. That's all you want with infinite power, infinite intelligence, infinite creative power, like coursing through your veins, manifesting anything. That's all you want. Just that. Like you're dreaming so small with the most love in the world. You're dreaming so fucking small. And I'm going to tell you how I learned this lesson the hard way, okay? Because when I went through this whole process, it's 333, me creating 360 method, I did it. So I took myself through the process as I was creating it, right? I was uncovering it while I was practicing. I was figuring it out. I was making it a thing. I was recording what I was going through. And what's the word I want to use? I was anchoring it into my life. I was drenching the soil deep. I was getting it down into the layers. deep, 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 right? While I was doing that, I had this dream and this vision of Roxy Talks. I wanted this business to go a certain place. I wanted it to blow up on YouTube. I wanted XYZ. I want to do this. I think I even told you last week, I want to be mentioned in the same sentence as Abraham Hicks and all the whatever, Neville and all these things. And I had this vision of where I was going to go with my coaching business. And I honestly thought it would take me years to get there. And it took months. You guys watched it happen. Like, tell me in the chat if you were here in the very beginning and you watched it just immediately go skyrocket immediate. Like, it took off overnight. I had been working on it for a while. I was working for a while, but once it happened, it just fucking happened and it just went, right? And like, we have witnesses because I know Tiffany was there. I know Rosanna was there. Like, I know people that are here in this chat right now have been there since day one. They watched it happen. Oh, Rosanna says, I found you in the 4th month. So I was already skyrocketing by then. I was already fucking blowing up by then. So I love you, Kalani. But this is the warning. What happened was Kalani was like, I was 100. You really were. So I didn't have a plan after that. I thought it would take me years. And it literally, like I said, Rosanna joined at 4 months. I'm like, oh yeah, I was already past that. I was already there. In months. It happened so fast. And I kind of was lost for a while. I was lost for years almost. I mean, it was years. It was years. I was lost because I didn't know what else to do then. I'm like, what do I do now? Now what? Now what? So let me tell you from personal experience, don't dream too small. Like some of, I don't want to call anybody out. All of your dreams are too small. With the most love in the world, like so much bigger than what you're allowing yourself to like, how do I say this? You're making a mountain out of like the tiniest molehill when you could have like a forest of little molehill. Or you get what I'm saying? Like you could have the whole kingdom of mole. You could be the mole king. But you're making the tiniest thing. It's not that it's a bad thing. It's even like, somebody said retiring my mom. I was like, that could happen so easy. That could happen so easy. I retired my husband so fast. I retired my husband not even a year into my business. You know what I mean? It's like, this is what I'm talking about. So what else? What's bigger? What goes beyond it? We retire our mom, and what else? What do you make in the world when you have it all? When you've got billions of dollars to your name, or you got that kind of pull or connection or whatever, you have the ability to create absolutely anything in the world, or do anything, or go anywhere, or experience anything, or whatever. What do you do with that? Kalani, I love you so much. That I found you at the end of 2018 and the beginning of 2019, and you made me so proud. Like, as a mother figure, I absolutely give you credit for being the most hardworking person I've ever met. Ah! I love you so much. Oh my God. I'm literally tearing up. Hold on. I got to chill for a second. Let me not. Thank you. I so appreciate you. Jody says, I found you in the middle of last year. My Spotify put me in your top 2%. Yes. You've helped me grow in incredible amounts listening to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So Sarah Beth says travel and share stories. And like, you could do that now. You could do that now. But also like, you can do it all. You can do it all. Rosanna says getting all the chivalry in the world and all the money raining. Because why not? Absolutely. Why not? Why not? It's all a freaking hologram anyways. It's all an illusion. DJ says the pink drew you in. I'm a pink girl too. I love it. And that's a branding conversation. If you like the way this looks, that's branding. So right now, you have the opportunity to become somebody, to take this next step and just like Decide, obviously, okay, you know what? Fuck that. Everybody says that shit. Just make a decision. Yeah, I know. And sometimes it's so hard to just decide that things are working. Hi, Fakiha. Sometimes it's hard to just decide that everything is going your way and actually believe that. And this is why we do 360, because when you decide, you make that declaration, actually, I'm going to get this. You believe it for 30 seconds or however long or whatever. Then you go back to, remember, taking stock or observing your physical reality, and you're in it again. You're back under the spell of the current reality. You're not choosing who you get to be. You're not choosing the actual reality you get to be in, right? You're letting yourself be taken with the wind. You're letting the river sweep you along. You're letting your 3D reality tell you what you get. And the problem with that is that the 3D reality is your past. And this is how you get stuck in cycles. You look at this, you think, okay, this is my world, this is my reality, this is what I get, this is how people treat me, this is what works out for me, this is what's possible for me, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then that keeps manifesting because it's your truth. You see it happen in your real life and you're like, oh yeah, see, there it is. I told you, I knew that was going to happen. It always happens like that. Yeah, but every time I blah, 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 you're affirming, you're keeping it in place. So 360 is the antidote to that, because we make it so that those type of thoughts are not allowed to linger. If you start to say a thought like that, you're like, actually, no, in my world, fill in the blank, things work out, things go my way. You become somebody who holds the standard of your next reality, of your next version. That's what it is. You're holding the standard. You're holding the thoughts. You're keeping the thoughts one after the other, like a pathway, stepping stones, one thought to the next thought, stringing them along. Your ideal reality thoughts. What would your ideal reality be thinking right now at 3:41 on a Monday, January 15th? What are they thinking? Type in the chat. What is your ideal person, or excuse me, what is your ideal self thinking right now? Just on a random day, random time, what are they thinking as they just observe and take in their world? Because that, what you decide to say right there, what you think, what you imagine yourself to be thinking, observing, experiencing, when you take that thought, that observation, that truth, and insert it in today's mindset. How do I say that in a way that doesn't sound all fucking hooey? You think that thought instead? You think the thoughts of the you on a yacht instead of the thoughts of you at your boring ass job. Right? You think the thoughts of you in power couple status versus you not being able to have a honest conversation with your partner, right? And even though it may feel quote unquote delusional, fine. Keep living in your boring ass reality then. That's on you. You're already delusional and you're creating an illusion with your truth. Carly says, I'm comfortable in every part of my life and proud of myself for how far I've come. You can have that now. You can be that now. And when you practice being the Carly that is comfortable in every area of your life and proud of yourself for how far you've come, then you get to create a future that is reflected off of or based off of being comfortable in every area, which is a good thing, but also be careful getting stuck. But I understand what you mean by comfortable, right? Maybe, but maybe there's layers to that. And so I would look at that. This is something that I would do with you if we were in 360 together. Look at what does comfort mean, because that shit has layers. Are we comfortable as in, okay, I can relax here? Or are we comfortable as in yeah, I'm a little too comfortable and I'm not moving forward? Comfort at some point becomes toxic. And the way I point this out is like, imagine, when you're laying in the same position for a while, at first you lay in there and it's super comfortable. Then you wake up and you're all sore and you have to move. It's the same, like after a while, comfort becomes painful. So just something to look at. And then proud of myself for how far I've come. You get to be somebody that does things that make you proud, right? Like if you describe yourself as somebody who's proud of how far you've come and how far you've done, and not just describing, but like you actually give yourself recognition and celebration for what you've done, and you make that a regular, how do I say this? You make that part of who you are. It's I don't want to say a habit, but it's just part of like what you do. You celebrate yourself. That makes, when that comes back to you as a manifestation, it's going to be more things for you to celebrate about yourself, more ways for you to feel proud of yourself, which means more quote unquote accomplishments, whatever you feel, whatever makes you feel proud about yourself. Think about it like this, okay? Because it gets kind of convoluted, but it makes sense, but describing it sounds weird. If, okay, out of all of the things that you could do in the entire world, there are only so many that fit under the umbrella of I'm proud of myself for doing this, right? You know what they are. The universe knows what they are. So if you are in an energy or in a lifestyle, a habit of, habitual thinking, you've programmed yourself to think, I am proud of myself for this reason. I'm proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. I'm proud. Then those things or actions or whatever that you have deemed pride worthy for you, that is what you get more of, right? So it's like if you're proud of accomplishments, if you're proud of feelings or standing up for yourself or seeing your gifts in the world, or it doesn't matter, writing books, reading books, drawing, calling your mom, like it doesn't matter what it is. If you're proud of that for yourself, all of those things, and you practice acknowledging and celebrating, you will get more opportunities to write more books or to have more books in the world. You know what I mean? To have more great conversations, to connect more, to love yourself more. Whatever it is, if you're proud of yourself when you're on stage, you'll have more opportunities to be on stage. You get my point? You get more of whatever it is you think is happening. Whatever you put into your awareness, whatever you put into your mindset, into your main focus. So 360 method is teaching you to constantly put your chosen thoughts in focus. Teaching you to constantly put the thoughts that line you up or move you into your ideal reality, using those, thinking those thoughts instead of thinking the thoughts that are going to keep you where you are. So if you're interested in joining us for this next round, we start March 25th. I do have early bird going on right now till 9 p.m. You have to be on my special list to get the email, but it's pinned to the chat on YouTube. And then if you scroll up in the Instagram chat, I did link the link there. So you can join that list and get the early bird pricing for 360 if you're interested. If you're really in a space where you want to learn to control your thoughts, you don't want to keep allowing yourself to spiral. You want to let yourself become the person that has it. You want to know how to ignore the 3D. You want to know how to believe in yourself. You want to know how to look forward with belief, positivity, joy, excitement. Someone said in the chat, where did that go? Oh, I think it's gone because I answered your question. You want to know how to look forward with joy, with excitement, with positivity. 360 is you got to get it. 360method.co. That's where the sign up is. But the early bird happens in my email list. So if you're interested, I did drop a special link. It's pinned to the chat on YouTube, and it's in you have to scroll up in Instagram. Hey, I can do it again. There it is right there. There we go. Screenshot that. Pop it into your little that thing that the internet, where the internet comes from. The point of this all is you can have anything you want. Like all the stuff you listed that you desire, all the stuff that you didn't list, all the stuff you don't even realize you want yet, it's going to be yours. It's easily yours. It gets easier to be yours if you have a system, if you're doing it as a lifestyle, okay? Because what I see a lot of people doing, two things, right? I either see people doing like this start stop thing. They'll get into 360 method, they'll be super on top, everything's working out for them. Then they start to think, oh, I got this, I can do this on my own. They stop being diligent with the method, everything starts to go downhill. Then they get back on, everything's working again. Oh, yeah, 360, I got this. And they think they can handle it. It's kind of like meds, right? Like it, you have to stay on it. If you work 360, it will work, but it doesn't work on its own. You have to do it. You have to be it. Like you have to actually live as that version. The other thing I see people doing is August. No, that's not you. Don't affirm that. The other thing I see people doing is they try to manifest like one thing. They want to manifest this one thing. And then they don't realize that like all of your thoughts are manifesting constantly every single day. And you're thinking about multiple subjects all day, every day. So in my mind, why only control the thoughts about one thing or XYZ? I want this, my just for my relationship or whatever. When you could learn to control your thoughts about everything and rapidly change every part of your life that you're looking for transformation in at the same time, right? Like, why would you do it all one at a time if you could just do it all and you could just up level your life fast? That's my opinion. So that's what 360 does. If you work the system, it works for you. And you really can create whatever you want for yourself. You're creating the you that makes that reality happen. You're creating the self that manifests that on autopilot, because this actually does take over after a while, and it does become easier, and it becomes the way you think. It becomes how you are. It becomes who you be, but you have to maintain it. It's just like working out or dieting. Like you can be somebody that has a plickety plow abs and like guns and you look amazing, but if you stop going to the gym, that's the last fit. That day that you stop going is the most fit you're going to be again until you pick back up, right? Like you're going to deteriorate every single day. That progress is going to go down. So it's the same with your mindset. You have to still do your reps. You still have to stay on top of it. I meditate every single day without fail. Meditation every day. I script 99% of the nights. I script almost every night, but sometimes I fall asleep, and I just don't wake up back up to script. But like it's very rare. And that's just at night and in the morning. That's just the bookend of my day. I have to continue being and thinking and choosing my thoughts all day, every day, because they're manifesting all day, every day. And that is inescapable. I'm a human being, and that is part of the deal. But what's also part of the deal is I can control them. I can choose them. That takes a practiced awareness and discipline, a practiced lifestyle of awareness and discipline, a practiced lifestyle of watching your thoughts. And then if they stray down the road of, I don't think so, that doesn't line up to where we want to go, then I do the work of switching the thought in the moment, and I do it every time. I teach myself, that's it. We're training ourselves. You're training yourself to think better thoughts every moment of the day as much as you can, to control as much of your reality as humanly possible. That's my goal. Like I need to control as much as not in a like I have to control it way, but a like I'm already manifesting constantly. Let me do it in my favor. If my thoughts are choosing everything that happens to me, let me choose my thoughts. I don't like anyone being in control of me, not even my own thoughts. So this is like, there's that like rebel spirit in me. That's why I created 360. It was like, not even you, Roxy, are going to be able to tell you. Whatever's beyond it, the chosen Roxy is picking. This is where we're going, period. This is who we are. This is who we're being. This is the life we're manifesting. And there's no other option. There's no other option. Linda says, and training yourself not to take it so seriously. You know what, Linda? Thank you for pointing that out. And actually, like, I'm adding a module 9 this year. So there's going to be a module 9 at the end of 360. And every 360 alumni is invited back to experience module 9 live. And that is part of it, is literally not taking it so seriously, because it is an illusion. And it's not what we think it is. Reality is not what you think it is. Reality is energy. It's an illusion. It's a hologram. And if you treat it like hard, solid matter that you have to like do a lot in order to see change, then that's exactly what you're going to experience. But if you treat this world like it's meant to be, which is things work out for me, I do it with ease, I'm aware of my power, I stay in awareness of my power, I'm not forgetting that I'm creating every reality or every moment of my reality in every moment. I'm reminding myself, I'm remembering 1,000 times a day. How many times a day do you think you forget that you are in control? More than you can count, probably. So that's why 360 method is just, to me, it's the answer to doubts, it's the answer to worries, it's the answer to spirals, it's the answer to pattern thinking, it's the answer to fears, it's the answer to changing your beliefs, because it's a catch-all. And the other thing is that we're using the human's natural ability to create reality with your thoughts. We're not going against the grain. I'm going to teach you how to go with the grain of your thoughts. I'm going to teach you how to swim go with the stream, right? Instead of against the stream. Nothing has to be hard in life. The only things that are hard are the things that you label that way. Kalani, I so feel you. And you know what? It's like, if you're being tested, then I challenge you to rise to the occasion. And I know, obviously it's easier to say that from my perspective, not going through what you're going through. However, there's nothing that you can experience that your thoughts can't outdo. Your health, your body, your physical surroundings, the people around you, everything, all of it, 100% of everything you experience comes first from what you think it is, from how you describe your reality, from how you react to your reality. Tiffany, I so appreciate you. Says jump in 360. I've done so many programs / coaching Roxy has offered since late 2019. They have definitely challenged my old belief, which stretched me to embrace the larger part of me. I appreciate you, Tiffany. So we're starting 360 method March 25th. I don't know why I keep saying it like that. But if you're interested, if you'd like to know more, you can DM me on Instagram. You can check out 360method.co. If you're ready to join, if you want to grab the early bird price that goes away at 9 p.m. tonight, drop your email at the link. I'm going to put it in the chat right here on Instagram. Drop your email there. Or if you're on YouTube, it's pinned to the chat. And then just put your email there, and then you'll get the information if you want to join 360 at the early bird price. You'll have the opportunity. So my homework for you today is I'm seeing you guys pop through with I'm trying to something shiny is happening in the chat. I so love you guys talking about 360. Thank you. Thank you for the amazing words and testimonials. Okay, this is what they just said in my head. Your homework this week is to break up with the past. And I'm saying it like that, and I'm not going to elaborate, because whatever that does to you, whatever you think of when you hear that, I want it to be a personal thing. Your homework this week is to break up with the past. I want you to look at, and the past could be the current. It could be something that you're still holding on to. It could be, your story that has affected you and followed you your whole life. Again, it could be the thing you're dealing with today that Linda says, what past? Exactly. I want you to get to Linda's status. She says, what past? Break up with it. Shantae says, break up with the past. Done. And Shantae, I'm thinking about our tarot reading about you having that new chapter. This feels like that moment. Break up with the past, make peace with it. Listen, everything that you've experienced that's negative or hurtful or painful or that you wish hadn't happened got you here to this chat. And in this moment right now, I'm challenging you and calling on you to say, you know what? Whatever happened to me, thanks. Hi, Dana. Oh my God, I miss you. You are, hi, Mango. You're breaking up with your past, but you're doing it in a way that's like taking responsibility, loving responsibility. This is what I created for myself. This is the reality that I've experienced. Cool. Cool. Thank you. Moving on, moving forward. What now? What's next? Who am I now? And you know, when you get out of when you have a breakup, you go to the gym, you lose weight, you cut your hair. I'm not saying cut your hair. Please don't cut your hair unless you want to. You know, like you just feel renewed. You feel like a new you. So that's the energy that they want you to work with. What the guides were telling me. Break up with your past. Say hi to Mango. She's my little Mango girl. Say hi to Mango. Break up with your past. And then be that person that just got out of a breakup and is like, okay, new year, new me. New year, new me. You better get out of my way. You better hope you don't see me out in the world, because you're going to be really sad and jealous. You're going to be really sad and jealous that you let me go. So that is your homework this week. California breeze, you're so funny. I'm like, I do not want you cutting your hair on my conscience. Please don't cut your hair. It's a metaphorical cut your hair. Sarah Reed says, cool, who am I now? Exactly. So break up with your past with love. And think of it like those breakups where it's just like, just no more. Just not me anymore. It's not for me anymore. And no one's going to be hurt by this. There is no pain. There's no hard feelings. It's just like, thanks, but no thanks. Thank you next. Thank you next. And then what is next? Who is that person? And I want you to be that version. Kalani's like, that's why my boyfriend wanted me back last night, because you already did this. I want you to be that person, okay? I want you to be I just had a breakup and I'm empowered. Like, I'm not the ice cream couch crying breakup. I am the hitting the gym, yoga pants, new haircut. Everybody's wondering who's that girl, that version of you, okay? So I want to know how this works for you. Leave in the comments or in the chat, or DM me on Instagram how this homework goes for you. And if you're interested in making a lifestyle out of your manifestations, making a lifestyle of controlling your thoughts so that you can actually just choose what happens to you over and over and over, stop dealing with the same cycle, stop dealing with the same issues, 360method.co. We're getting ready to join. But if you want early bird pricing, you got to get on the email list. I'll drop it one more time in the chat. That's for Instagram. And then for YouTube, it's up in the pinned chat thingy, comments things. And that's it. That's it. That's it for today. Hi, Demetria. I'm just about to jump off. I so appreciate everybody for joining. Don't forget to stay on top after. Okay, you're going to be in high vibes because of this chat. When you leave here, the next doorway you walk through, when you forget who you are and you forget what day it is and you're like, what was I doing again? Snap back into the awareness. Oh yeah, I'm breaking up with my past. Oh yeah, I have a new lease on life. Oh yeah, it's a new chapter for me. Oh yeah, amazing things are happening for me. That's right. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. So that's your homework. That's who you're going to be. August is like, I'm going to literally script right after this. Go do some scripting. Who's that new person? If you literally had to break up with your reality and it was a nice clean breakup where you didn't feel all bad and nobody was like brokenhearted, and you just now have like, I'm free and I could just literally do anything. I'm going to be my best self right now. That's who I want you to embody this week. Okay. That's your homework. Let me know how it resonates for you. And I will see you next time. I love you so much. Thank you for joining me for Mindset Monday. It's so hard when I see new people popping on, but it's time for us to go. If you're just now joining on Instagram, the replay is going to be available on YouTube. So you can head over there and watch the replay for those of you that just joined on Instagram or anywhere. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for joining me. Happy Mindset Monday, and I'll see you next week.